This episode slowed down the pace like a whole lot, and it was more mundane than usual. Well, not as mundane as episode 5, but it's definitely up there. So, with this somewhat chill and relaxing episode, what are we looking at exactly? Even though it seemed like this is just a whole gag with paintball kaiju for the majority of the episode, there are several things of note that I would like to bring up. First is the origin of the kaiju. Now, if you've seen Gridman back in 2018, which I have by the way, the folks who did obviously know. In that story, someone's willing these kaijus into existence. But in this world, we've yet to see or even have hints of someone doing the same thing here, or maybe, just maybe. The case in this world is just that they're arbitrary, accumulated emotions becoming kaijus. It's quite anticlimactic, I know, but anything can happen. Second is the concept of a failed kaiju brought about by Shizumu. Using Gridman standards, I kinda had a gist that Shizumu calling a kaiju a failed kaiju meant that it simply lacked enough firepower because if I remembered correctly, we never had a kaiju this week in Gridman. So this begs the question, if there's an actual someone out there deliberately making kaiju in this world, why make something this weak? Because by the looks of it, the arbitrary creation of kaijus out of human emotion is gaining more traction here over the idea of a creator with shady intentions. And one final piece of info to look at is Yomogi. He saw this shit. And he also saw this. I'm going to assume the first image is the somewhat rudimentary heart of the kaiju for this episode, and the second image seems to suggest that Yomogi has a connection with the kaiju, considering that this one deliberately looked at him whenever he tried to control the kaiju. So, what is the connection between the two? I have no idea, honestly. We just got the intel, so unless there are subtle hints of it from previous episodes that I might have missed, then this is just fresh information. And before we end this review, this happened by the way. Chise, I've never been vocal about you, but ever since the series started, I've always found you to be a bit of a mystery compared to the rest of the cast. So you having that kaiju heart or leftover in your hand. I get that even you found it odd, but it doesn't help that it fuels suspicion that you're involved with the creation of the kaijus. In any case, I'm expecting some answers next week, and as always, thanks for watching and see you guys next week.